So I was in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and I walked into a small bookstore, and among the shelves, I found a small book, 1,000 Facts Worth Knowing. And when I opened it up, I found 4 four-leaf clovers pressed between the pages. And finding this was like finding an absolute gold mine for me. And it really made me begin to think about luck in my own life. And I'd always consider myself to be a very lucky person, but when I really started to dig down critically, I wasn't even sure that luck really existed. So I became incredibly curious. So what I decided to do was to photograph each of the 4 clovers and make these small contact prints in my darkroom, 250 of each one for a total of 1,000, and then give these away to people in exchange for a conversation that began with luck, but really began to explore belief, superstition, tradition, chance, culture, all kinds of different things. And the more that I talked to people, I became absolutely fascinated with what they were telling me and what they were giving me. So I began what I call the Luck Archive. And you're seeing a photograph of the actual physical archive, a beautiful sunshine yellow and avocado green steel cabinet that sits in my studio. Working on the project has really helped me to slow down, pay attention, and make connections. And for the next few minutes, I just want to share some of the submissions of the archive so far. In Austin, I met a man named Allison that goes by the name Cowboy. And when he and I started to talk about luck, he quoted the golfer Gary Player as saying, "The more I practice, the luckier I get." Bubba Pitts, he plays the lotto every single day. And he says that when you buy a lotto ticket, you have got to believe 100% in your heart that it's a winner, that if you have any doubt whatsoever, you have no chance of winning. He also told me that some people drink beer, some people buy dope, some chase tail. I play lotto. Adrian does not cut his fingernails or his toenails on Sunday because his grandmother told him it was bad luck to do so. It's one of the quirkier ones in the project. In middle school, a girl told me that if you look at a clock and it reads 11:11, that it's really good luck and you should make a wish at that exact moment and that it'll come true. And last year, on November 11th of 2011, I looked at my iPhone and I saw this. And I got so excited, I took a screenshot to be able to show all my friends and family, and I completely forgot to make a wish. This whirling dervish evil eye amulet was purchased by Katie in the Grand Bazaar in Istanbul, Turkey, and she carried it around with her for a couple of years as a form of protection. This photograph was taken at the exact moment that Siler won a brand new Toyota Prius at a Chicago Cubs game. And despite all the good things that happened to him in his life and all his friends and family telling him that he's the luckiest person alive, Siler does not believe in luck because of his religious beliefs. If you Google youth motivational speaker, Eric's webpage will pop up in the first page of results, and he has spoken to thousands of young people across the country, and every time he gives the talk, he wears what he calls a pair of his lucky grays. And this pair of lucky grays that he gave to the archive, he estimates that he's given over 900 talks in. And no, I am not wearing them today. Jason Reed was a high school basketball star, and before every game, he would tuck a Reggie Miller card into his sock as a way to hopefully bring him some skills. And for years, Lexa would not get on an airplane without carrying her lucky blue stone with her. Chris and his mother got matching four-leaf clover tattoos on their necks as a way to honor their cultural heritage and as a way to hopefully bring them some good luck. I now want to introduce you to Polly, and Polly is the official mascot of the Luck Archive, and she came to that position through quite a unique story. Last month, about 3 weeks ago, I was in Oklahoma City with my family for a wedding, and the weekend was coming to an end. We were about ready to drive home, long trip. So we take off, and just south of town, we stop at a gas station to fill up. And I get out of the car, and I look down, and there's this really cute little gray kitten sitting there. And I have my kids in the car with me, and my wife, and a long drive, and we don't have any pets. And I was like, I do not want them to see this cat, because I know what they're going to want to do. They're going to want to take her home. So I very humanely used my foot and lifted her up and kind of pushed her out of the way, filled up, went inside to use the restroom, got back in the car, and drove home through rain, traffic, and 417 miles later, I pulled into my driveway and was unloading the car, and I heard a meow from the engine compartment. And she had crawled in and ridden the whole way home with us. So needless to say, that's the day that we got a cat. This is an etching of the Greek goddess Fortuna, and for a while I was thinking about creating the Lady Luck Challenge as a part of the archive. And the Lady Luck Challenge is where I was going to have people break a mirror and then stay in correspondence with me for 7 years to see if that act had any bearing on their life. But the more that I thought about it, I really didn't want to be somebody that perpetuates bad luck. So I started to try to think through ways that I can create good luck. And this past spring, I led my very first 4-leaf clover hunting trip. And Karina found one, and when she found it, she literally screamed. She was so excited. I wish that y'all could have seen her. This is a photograph made by Lane, and Lane believes that it's incredibly good luck to see a rainbow. And some say it's mind-boggling if you see a double rainbow. So my hope is that after hearing all of these stories and seeing a rainbow, that you'll all feel a little bit luckier today. Thank you.